Hello, I'm Shamash Alidina, author of The Mindful Way Through Stress. I'm a mindfulness trainer, and today I'm going to be talking to you about mindfulness for anxiety. So the first thing to remember about anxiety is it's completely and perfectly natural and normal. It's not some kind of disease or something wrong with you if you're feeling anxiety. As human beings, we have a whole rainbow of emotions, from happiness and positivity and joyfulness. We also have these, what we classify as negative emotions, sadness, anxiety, frustration, perhaps, or anger. But this is all normal and natural as a human being for us to feel these emotions. So it's actually perfectly normal and to be expected if you're feeling anxious or anxiety at this time, because if anxiety arises in human beings, particularly when there's a sense of being out of control, when there's change happening that we weren't expecting, which is what's happening right now. So it's a normal thing that's happening for you. It becomes a problem when we start to become scared of that feeling, when we start becoming anxious of the anxiety, when there is a fear of the fear itself. And it becomes a problem because it starts creating a bit of a loop. So you're feeling anxious and you start saying to yourself, oh no, I don't want to feel anxious, or how can I get rid of this? And you start doing all sorts of things, including even mindfulness as a technique to try and get rid of it. If the attitude is to get rid of it and push it away, even that can be counterproductive. So the whole idea is to be able to learn to, first of all, acknowledge that it's a normal emotion for a human being to have, especially in change, and making space, making room, allowing, accepting this emotion to be there. Well, you may say to me, okay, Shamali, it sounds great to be able to accept it, but how do I accept it? I can't accept it at the moment. I really don't like the feeling and I just want to get rid of it. I do not want to accept it. Well, unfortunately, the very idea of not wanting to accept it or to try and push it away is what keeps driving the problem. So by not accepting it, the problem or the challenge continues to be there and can get stronger too. So one way of cultivating this acceptance with anxiety and all sorts of emotions is to actually do these kind of simple mindful exercise, which I'll share with you. So as you're sitting here, you can have your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. But I'm assuming that you have some anxiety right now. If not, then you can do this practice later on, or you could do this practice by actually bringing up a little bit of anxiety. So think about a certain challenge that you're going through right now, and rather than trying to avoid that feeling, part of acceptance is making space in your body and mind to bring these feelings up. So bring to mind something that's causing you a little bit of a difficulty or a challenge right now. I'm sure you can think of many things. Just think of a small challenge that is, could be a medium-sized, whatever you wish, that's causing you some anxiety. And notice as you bring that to mind, notice where you feel it in your body. So it may be, for some people it's in their belly or their shoulders or their chest. But notice what physical effect that anxiety has. So remember what I was saying, it's about not running away or moving away from the anxiety, but cultivating a different attitude. I'm not saying that you're going to be loving it or wanting it, but I'm saying start becoming curious about it. So notice, where do you feel it in your body? Is it around your belly or your chest or your abdomen or somewhere else? Maybe your jaw or face? What do you notice about your bodily sensations and any tensions? Does it have a certain shape? What shape does it have? Asking yourself this starts to bring a sense of curiosity. If it had a colour associated with it, what colour would this anxiety have? What texture? Can you be with this feeling of what we call anxiety, which is this perhaps tingling sensation or tightness? Can you be with it together with your breathing and just make space for it to be there? Acknowledging that as a human being, we all have these feelings and you're not alone in this. You're connected with all of humanity. Every single human being feels this at some point. And as you start to be with it, imagining your breathing going into it, allowing and making room for it. And you can continue to practice a little bit longer if you wish and in your own time. But that's simply it to start with, just to notice in your physical body, not in your mind, because your mind will have all sorts of thoughts and ideas about what is causing this anxiety. We're not trying to work it out from our heads. We're trying to come to the present moment, and by feeling it in your body, you come into the here and now. You start to change your relationship to it, and you start beginning to allow and accept it to be there. Thanks a lot, and see you again in the next video soon. Bye for now.